What's up, lads and other people? So today we're going to be doing a live ORAS UU Wi-Fi battle. I haven't done Wi-Fi battles just a normal sort in a very long time, and so today we're going to be facing Shinji, who apparently has a YouTube channel, which is pretty neat as he doesn't have very many subs, so I'd say go check him out, and if you like him, sub to him. So the team I'm bringing today is a hyper-offensive team that I made with Heliolisk, Mega Abomasnow, Lead Azelf, Chandelure, Gligar, and Mienshao. So let's go ahead and see what he's got. As yeah, Hyper Offense, really fun team to use. It has some weaknesses, but I can play around them. So he has okay, so he's got the Jolteon, Mega Beedrill, Donphan, Hydreigon, Lucario, and Gator. So my lead is just going to be Phil, which is my Azelf, and then I can just work from there, as it's just the Stealth Rocking Kaboom lead. It actually does have one surprise, which is really fun to use. And I had burp, so deal with it. Alright, so I got a picture of his team taken as... not sure if that's going to be Agility or Dragon Dance / Sword Dance Gator. It's probably Scarfed Hydreigon, but since he has two incredibly fast mons, being that Beedrill and Jolteon, it doesn't have an item. Shit. Okay, so I'm gonna pause until we get to the battle, because he forgot his item. Okie dokie, so we're back here, so I'm just gonna go into my lead, which is Phil, the Azelf, like I said, and we're gonna go into it now, as it's probably... I can foresee either B or Jolteon leading, but if he leads Hydreigon, then it's probably Scarfed. And what I could do is paralyze it on the Dark Pulse as it hits my Sash. As yes, I do have T-Wave on this Azelf, which is bad but fun to use. So let's lead off with Phil, as he is going to lead off with Donphan, and that's fine because I should be able to prevent his own rocks and then set up my own and either go Kaboom or just die. So depending on what he wants to do. So I haven't used an Azelf on Wi-Fi before. I don't think ever. Maybe I don't think I have before. So that's cool. As he's just gonna Ice Shard me, and that's fine. That is completely fine. As I can just prevent him from getting his rocks up. And Stealth Rocks do definitely help me a lot, as I can easily put pressure on this Donphan to keep it from going for the spin. As yeah, I do want rocks because it's going to hurt his Beedrill, and it's just gonna make switch-ins hard for him, as he's gonna Rapid Spin right away, which is fine because I'm just gonna keep on spamming Stealth Rock in case he wants to do something different. And so let's just go for rocks. And my best scenario is getting rocks up and then blowing up on this thing so that I can go directly... Okay, so he's going to switch. That is fine. That is fine by me, as he is going to go into Hydreigon, which I don't have a ton of safe switch-ins for, but if he's most definitely going to be Scarfed, and if he isn't, then I'm just going to blow up on him. So this thing has to be Scarfed if he's bringing it in like this. And if not, then he's going to take a... Okay, so he's not Choice Scarfed, and he's going to take an Explosion to the face. Max attack, Jolly. So this is going to hurt, as he just pretty much loses his Hydreigon, as this will warrant me, as he's a bulky set. Okay, so I could have gone for the T-Wave then, but I'm glad I didn't, because then I would have blown up into nothing. So I'm going to go into Mien Kampf, as I can just U-turn and put myself in a good position, because since he did show that he's a bulky set, that doesn't mean that I'm Choice Scarfed or Banded yet. So I am Choice Scarfed though, as he's going to switch out, so I'm going to get the free switch initiative as going to Donphan. He's going to go into Donphan, so that's going to let me break his Sturdy, which is really nice, as now I can go into either Chandelure, which can definitely kill this thing and anything with a Shadow Ball, or I can go into Heliolisk, which can outspeed the majority of his team. So I want to go into If I go into Chandelure, then that warrants him a switch into potentially Gator, maybe, which I should be able to deal with since I do have Heliolisk. So I'm gonna go into Chandelure. This is Modest Life Orb. It's really hard, and it's my spin blocker, as he does not have a switch in for this for a Life Orb Shadow Ball. As he'll probably sack his Hydreigon, which I'm fine with, but if he stays in, then he's just going to die, unless he's a weird Spadef set, as he's going to let me fire off a Shadow Ball, and yeah, it just dies. So, rocks are going to be here to stay. Yeah, there's nothing, unless Beedrill randomly gets Defog, which would be odd. So, rocks are here, and that's great, because and getting rid of Donphan means that his team is incredibly weak to Scarf Tide Jump Kicks. He can just lose after a little damage. So he's going to go into Jolteon, and a Shadow Ball is probably coming my way. And I do have a Abomasnow, which can take that hit, and he doesn't have any good switch-ins for a Wood Hammer, I don't think. So I'm going to go into a Bema, as it's the standard SD Abomasnow set. As I could also just go for the Earthquake, because he doesn't have any switch-ins to that either. As, yeah, he's just going to go for that Shadow Ball. I should be able to take that pretty decently, as don't know what item he is. And I can just go for the Earthquake here, because it's going to hit everything neutrally, and I can pick his Hydreigon off with an Ice Shard. So let's just go for the EQ. So he's probably going to Volt Switch, and if he doesn't, then if he has like HP Fire or something, then rip me. Because HP Fire is not very common, as you need HP Ice to deal with Glygars, which can be annoying. As, let's see, okay, so he's just going to Volt Switch, and what does he sack, essentially? Or, well, if he goes into Gator, then he can definitely take an Earthquake, as he might just go into Hydreigon and pivot out. That's definitely a play he can make. I'm not sure how much health it's going to be at if it can switch into the rocks and then take hail. So he's going to switch into that, and well, there's absolutely no reason to leave it in, as he's just going to die to the hail, so that's fine. That's totally fine, as I do get a pretty much free Mega Evolution, but he will have the free switch into Lucario most likely, and yeah, I don't have a switch for Lucario, which is pretty spooky. But I can't. Alright, never mind. I have Gligar. And if he's not, if he doesn't have Ice Punch, then I should be able to deal with it, as I am specially defensive Gligar, which is just a wonderful pivot, because it can eat hits from both sides relatively well, and I do have slow U-turn, so I'm always going to be getting the slowest U-turn against stuff like opposing Glygars, which is really important. So I should be able to take any hit that's not an Ice Punch from this thing. As if he is special, then I can definitely take flash cannons and so forth, and if he's physical, then I eat close combats for days. So I'm feeling in a pretty good spot right here, as I just need some damage on that for Alligator, and then I just win the game straight up with Banded or Scarf High Jump Kicks. Though he does have that Scarf or that Protect in Beedrill on the back, so I would like to maybe dispose of that by because Ice Shard does a solid 50% to Beedrill at level 100, so I'll do a little more. As he's going to close combat, and I can't imagine. Okay, so that did a lot. It didn't do much. Never mind. So it's probably Life Orbed. Yeah, he's Life Orbed. I don't think they run Ice Punch too much in this. It's usually like the best sets like EQ or Crunch, Close Combat, Extreme Speed, and SD. So I don't really expect him to stand. If he has Ice Punch, that's okay, because do I want to be careful here? Because what would he switch in on this? I don't really want to risk it having Ice Punch, because Beedrill could be a problem for me. So I'm going to go into I'm going to go into Chandelure, just in case he has Ice Punch. I don't think he will, as he does not. And I can also bluff not having U-turn, which I don't think really matters, but he is going to go into Gator, which I kind of thought would happen, and I can definitely bop this thing with a Life Orbed Energy Ball, as it should kill, and I am modest, so I think I outspeed, but I'm not sure. And I don't want to let this thing get a free Dragon Dance off, because I do have a Heliolisk which can come in afterwards, and I don't exactly need Chandelure because it did its job. It broke down the walls, and yeah, I can just go for this Energy Ball, and I don't know if he's going to be faster or not, because if it's Dragon Dance, then he probably won't be running much speed, as I'm going to outrun him, even though I am modest, and that's going to kill. Definitely going to kill. So down goes for Alligator, and Chandelure is putting in work, as this thing just kills a bunch of stuff, and I do have Taunt, so it helps me deal with stuff like Blissey, because this team does get annoyed by Blissey since it can protect around against high jump kicks and so forth. So I'm in a pretty decent spot right here, as I just need a little damage or the ability to kill that Beedrill, and that's like gonna be the game. So I'm talking to this guy in Showdown, as I did find him on the Showdown, and he's saying, shake my head, as he thought he had Aqua Jet. So that's silly, but I don't care. Alright, so that's cool, as just gonna wait on to make a move, and I can't pause. Okay, so any day now, as he's gonna go into Beedrill, and I don't really care. I don't need Chandelure for anything now, because Lucario and Jolteon both outspeed it and can knock it out pretty easily. And I just need to keep Beedrill alive, or Gligar alive, and I can check this Beedrill. So I can just fire off the Fire Blast, as he's probably going to protect here, as it will outspeed me. I think even if he's Adamant B, then it's a speed tie, but he's just going to protect. There's no reason not to protect. And so I'm just gonna go fire off the Fire Blast, as yeah, I'm just gonna go for Fire Blast in case he tries to U-turn on me, which would be totally fine, because then I just kill something, as he does have the Drill Run, which means that he cannot deal with Gligar unless he's running Drill Run and Knockoff, which I doubt. Like, I highly doubt he's gonna have Drill Run plus Knockoff. So I could go into Abomasnow, but he could try and run away from the Ice Shards. So I'm gonna go into Yummy, as he can't touch me unless he has Knockoff, and I'm just gonna go for the U-turn, grab some momentum, as he actually doesn't have a switch in for Earthquakes. Imagine that. So yeah, I can just go for the U-turn here. If he stays in, then okay, so he's just gonna protect. And honestly, he has nothing to come in on an EQ, so I'm just gonna go for it, you know? So let's just go for the Earthquake, as yeah, he has nothing for it. As yeah, he has Lucario, Jolteon, and this Mega Beedrill, which is frail as shit, so you know, it's not gonna be taken too well. As he's gonna go for the U-turn, and this will hurt a little bit, as that still didn't do very much, because I do have some defense investment. This thing's spread is to take on like Hydreigons, so something is probably gonna die, and that's cool. So he's gonna go to Lucario, and Lucario is not the bulkiest thing in the world, so I think it might just die to an Earthquake. So let's go for it and be gone. So yeah, this game's a snack wrap at this point, because I can just go ahead and I can just fodder off Lisk here, as yeah, I can just death fodder Heliolisk, and then I should be able to set up an SD on this thing and then just win with +2 Ice Shard. So let's go and sacrifice my Jimmies. So this is definitely the game, as unless he pulls the HP Fire, but I still have Scarf Mienshao, which can just win by clicking Knockoff. So it doesn't matter at this point, unless if he Volt Switches, then that's kind of scary, but it doesn't matter too much, as he's going to go for the HP Ice, and I just want him to kill me, and if he can't kill me, then that's fine, because then I think Beedrill just dies to an Ice Shard anyways. So let's just go for the Hyper Voice, as he's going to Shadow Ball, and I am Normal type, so silly him, but it doesn't matter, it really doesn't matter. So that took it very well. Is this like an Assault Vest? Wow, okay, so yeah, he's just gonna go for the HP Ice, and now I just win. Like, that him going for Shadow Ball, it didn't change the outcome at all, because nothing he had could 2-hit KO on Jolteon could 2-hit KO me, and it was just pretty simple. So yeah, so you can just knock me out with B, but I just go into Abomasnow and revenge kill it. So this is game. So good game, Shinji. So I hope you guys make sure to go. Well, hope you guys enjoyed this video first of all, because you know what, it's fun. I like doing lives, and make sure to go check out this Shinji guy, and if you like him, do subscribe, because he is an upcomer. I think he has like 10 subscribers, which I remember those days of old. And so yeah, so let's just watch Abema hopefully clean this thing up, as I can just click an Ice Shard and it should knock him out. It does around 50% at level 100, so I'll do a little more at level 50 because the damage calcs are just a tad bit higher. So Ice Shard and dead. So that's game. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll probably record a couple of these in succession, maybe with the same teams. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed this. Until next time, have a good day, everyone. Make sure to leave some love. I like reading comments and all that, and peace.